Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back once again to PYRE. So yeah, we was left with decisions to make. So let's forge for resources. We got study in private or mentor a companion. Now we are going to be going into a rites fairly soon, and I'm pretty sure of that. And last time we was told we may have to make a decision as to who will go free. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that decision just yet, because I've got quite used to and quite familiar with some of the characters now that I've got quite fond of them, you know. I just don't want to see anyone. I mean, I would want to see them do well, so anyway, let's make that decision when we come to it. Let's not talk about dwell on that too much just yet, because we might not even get there yet. There might not even become time. We might not have time for it. Yes, mentor a companion, because which one shall we choose? Who should we choose to mentor? We've got our captain here. We've got Hedwin, of course. There's Jordero, the demon, who I think really is pretty much okay at the moment, I would say. Oh, most of my characters now are like Rookie here. Are level 3. Faye, of course, has just been given a bit of a boost. And Tizzle. We don't use that much of Tizzle. Or even Sir Gilman. And we've got our last little harp, the Panthea. Who hasn't done much, but she might be useful. Can I choose? Fine then. Let us chat together for a spell. You and Panthea spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rites, such as the priorities of the aura. You sense she gains something from it. There we go. Well, Panthea, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. Ah, there we go. So we now can grant. We've got to choose a mastery for Panthea. So who should we do? Winged Fury. For 5 seconds after banishing an anniversary, Panthea moves 30% faster than usual. Swift Flight. While flying, Panthea moves faster than usual. Okay, so she could either she's gonna move fast, whichever one, but this one can only be gained after banishing an adversary, in which case I much think I'd prefer her flight to be quicker. So let's choose that one. I had thought of it quite that way, reader darling. Okay, now we can go back. I think we can do some more. Or can we? No, we can't do any more. Wasn't sure if there was one chance. That's it. Right, let's continue on to let's continue our journey. And Mount Ordelia. You have not yet been this part of this region of the downside. Wolfred states that you ascent of Mount Ordelia shall begin here. It's nice little sets of blues and like tranquil blues and stuff. And then we go straight from that to a purple, yellowish area. It's always been very colourful, this game. Always. Where we are travelling through different types of greens, complementing each other, all the colours all the time. And that's what I like about this. Here before you lies Mount Ordelia, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever, whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand. You sense a tension in the air. No, then. You all have many questions, no? I've done I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking, yet, if only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Well, we have actually asked that question at the start, didn't I? Actually said that. Go on now, don't be shy. Who? First questions.
Why us?
Why, you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rites. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They're settled for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some crushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rites. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgensions. Sorry. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I need was for someone to appreciate, to show up, and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Look somewhere with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proven to be Headwind over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old burned wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride. All different sorts gathered enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know how much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The right, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions? Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yeah, it's continued listening to Volfred. I think we should, out of politeness more than anything, listen to what he has to say. Might even learn a bit more as well about the rites and stuff. Right, so Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Georgero raises her voice again.
Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we among all others chosen for this liberation rite?
Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. through in this case, the expressions is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them are noted certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as they individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. You bear their book, wear their masks and remnants. You need but show up to the rites you see. The others erstwhile jockey from position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries.
Victory means nothing in common, right? Then participation is all that matters.
Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom, while failure can be an excellent teacher. The scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them, significantly they may find themselves barred from the liberation rite. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free, yet still the other Traumativites pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'll be back. It's been a heavy piece to pay in all this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Vorafil takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Okay, so we've got 2 options here. We can go the Emperor's Fall, which is a pathway on the outskirts of Mount Odai's nameless lower summits. Pantheon expects some long-lost vulnerables to be stashed here. Emperor's Ascent, a gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Odai's. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. So, where do we go? Either way, we'll never know which way the other one led. So we can go... We're going to end up at the same place, but we're going to go either this side to the left or this side to the right. Get my left and rights mixed up. I think... Should we follow Panthea's path? Because she says there might be something there. So we're going to go down and round and up and whatever. I don't know. You join Panthea on her brief expedition to find anything of value dropped by those who tried to scale the mountain but did not succeed.
Wait, I shall be joining you.
What? Now? I get 2 chaperones, but sure, I'm game, whatever you wingless are into.
Be silent, little bird, and fetch those trinkets and be done.
My, so full of bitterness. You really ought to make the most of these last precious moments. that we share.
And you ought not to mince your words.
Oh, please. We all know you're going to be the first one out of here, so why not quit your constant frowning for a change?
I fear the first one out of here.
Of course, it's plain the others pity you. You've been here longer than the rest of us, by far. Besides, maybe that Vorfred thought he seems plenty happy here, making his speeches.
How dare you? How dare you presume nothing is decided as of yet?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Though, if by some coincidence you do end up selected for the honor, I just wanted you to know something. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do hope we shall prevail on your behalf. Because that way, you shall be free of me at least, and I, in turn, shall have to suffer any longer your hideous attitude towards me and everything. At that, you intervene. Jordero's eyes burn with fury, but then she calms herself.
I shall see you at the wagon, reader.
Pantheas scoffs as Jordero storms off. I swear that one. Well, moving on, there is something sparking down there. Be right back. She swoops out of sight, leaving you alone there on the mountain. Panthea soon returns with something that lay long forgotten in the rocks below. You found a fiery spirit. You sense its power. Journey onward. So we're going to go to Temple High Road and Temple Castern. Second of the two paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the Scales waters here. And Hedwyn. First of the two paths leading to the mountain summit, Hedwyn expresses a passing whim to see the view from here. We can listen to our captain, Hedwyn, or one of our newcomers, Sir Gilman. I don't quite like Sir Gilman. He has those ways about him, but yeah, I don't know. We've gone right. Let's go sort of left, up, I guess. We'll follow Hedwyn's decision on this one. We're definitely getting close now, aren't we? You can see that. That looks amazing. You and Hedwyn talk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area.
Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Geordie would say. No sign of anything at all.
You sense something is troubling him.
Oh, that's it. I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Vorfred told us in another couple of days. One of us may be going all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way, one of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over. When the time comes, we want you to decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be part of Vorfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about how split it up, I guess if Vorfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we keep falling failing in the rites and be stuck down here together just like this.
The two of you walk on in silence for a time, when at last you return to the wagon. Headwind turns to you again.
Thanks for the company, I think I'm better now.
Headwind feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the best. I don't know what I'm supposed to have done there. You and your companions gather at the scribe gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone.
Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as with a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq.
Please follow me.
Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions near the ark, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first.
Is that you, Tariq? Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has pulled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick.
She gestures towards the rest of you.
Now, each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning.
Your fellow exiles exchange glances but quickly comply.
I'll start. They call me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions, in my case, so I can return to be with one whom I love.
The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next.
Then, I am regarded by the name Rookie Greental. I just want to get out of here. I guess with my chums, preferably go see Mama back home.
I am Captain Jordero. I do not truly know as yet what I am seeking here.
Oh, my name is Faye, and I'm here, I think, because the scribes have called me. It must be them, because if not, then who?
Skrik! Sakilam of Sindimion! Dominion, at your service in this night is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point.
Pantial, Theon, I am only here because my sister's here. Then, as Fortfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice.
You? I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the remnants any longer. I would know why.
I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now.
I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others.
My name is Forfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us, so that one day we'll all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there.
She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are to traverse Scribegate. You do not know who you are. You are a crippled scholar. You are just an old farmhand. You are a worn orphan. Well, we don't know who we are. I think that's try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. Okay, so right, so let's have a look at the additional information then. When they learned you knew the old ways, they came for you, and you could not. We don't know that, so we just have to go with I don't know. You cannot, for the life of you, recall a time before arriving in the downside. Details of the Commonwealth are scarce within your mind. Perhaps you wanted to forget the place. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to aid your response. State also what you truly seek to traverse Scribegate. You want true freedom, you want to help your friends, you want revenge, you want to see what happens. Right. You wish to return to the Commonwealth and to live out the days there, doing as you please. You wish to do whatever it takes to see your fellow exiles regain their freedom, which I do. So that's something I could choose any of these, I think. The Commonwealth which casts you down into the downside cannot be forgiven. All you expect is that the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. I don't want to see what happens. I don't want to just be a bystander to this. I want my friends, who I consider to be my friends. I've read about the books that they'd have to get into, the rites that they've had to conduct in order to get their freedom. I want to help my friends. I think we'll go with that one. The companions you have met here, who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside. Your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That is all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a while, then nods once and waves all of you by.
The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth, and with glory. And Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Be on your way as well.
The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. We are entering the final area now for what could be the rites to choose who leaves as well. Oh my goodness. From the top of Mount Ordeal, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you crossed to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Oh my god. We're about to do something when I need to check on lots of stuff. I need to read the Book of Rites. I need to check again. I mean, I haven't done a lot. I need to go to the slug market because I can upgrade someone there. And then we're going to make a decision in the next rite. So on this note, I'm going to have to... We've already done about 30 minutes or so. So it's a little bit longer than I normally do. So I'm going to end today. And we will return probably for the last time in the next episode. So that's it. That's all I've got time for. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. They are next to each other. Do not get them confused. You might select the wrong one. And next to that is the share button. You might think about hitting that if you want. You can do. But otherwise, that's it. That's all we've got time for. As I said, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you all again in what may be the final time in this journey, and where we can choose who we will set free, if anyone, next time. As always, whatever you do, keep it funny. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye bye.